When we're dealing with negative numbers and positive exponents, there's a rule that we always want to remember. When the exponent is an even number, our result is always going to be positive. But when our exponent is an uneven number, an odd number, then our answer is always going to be negative. So we're going to see that right here. For example, when we've got negative 2 to the power of 2, we're going to get positive 4. When we've got negative 2 to the power of 3, we're going to get negative 8. When we have negative 2 to the power of 4, we're going to have positive 16. And when we've got negative 2 to the power of 5, we're going to get negative 32. So here we see when our exponent is an even number, we always end up with a positive. This one's an even number, we end up with a positive. When our exponent is an odd number or an uneven number, we end up with a negative. We see here a negative. We have a 5 here, and we end up with a negative. So just let's walk through this process. How did we end up with a positive? So negative 2 to the power of 2 is the same thing as saying negative 2 times negative 2. And so we know from integers that a negative times a negative equals a positive. And this is why we end up with a positive 4. Okay, let's go to the next one. So we've got negative 2 to the power of 3. We've got negative 2 times negative 2 times negative 2. Okay, well, we'll take it step by step. Let's start with the first two. So negative 2 times negative 2 is positive 4 because a negative times a negative is always a positive. So we've got our positive 4 times negative 2. Why? Because we still had one negative 2 here that we need to bring down. Okay, so a positive times a negative equals a negative. That's a rule in integers. 4 times 2 is 8. This is how we end up with negative 8. Okay, let's do our next one. So if we've got negative 2 to the power of 4, we technically have negative 2 4 times. So negative 2 times negative 2 times negative 2 times negative 2. So if we do this by steps, we've got, okay, negative 2 times negative 2 is positive 4. Okay, now let's continue here. So we'll bring the rest down. Okay, what is 4 times negative 2? So we got a positive times a negative. It's always a negative. That's a rule of integers. So this ends up as negative 8 times negative 2 because we still have this 2 to bring down. And now we've got 4 times 2, which is 16. And a negative times a negative always equals a positive. Okay, last we've got negative 2 to the power of 5. So that is the same thing as saying negative 2 times negative 2 times negative 2 times negative 2. Now, of course, you don't have to do it this way. You can just use your calculator, and you can use a little button that has an x to the power of y, which is what we use for exponents. But I'm just trying to show you how we actually end up with this result. Okay, so we got it there 5 times. So we start with the first two. Negative 2 times negative 2 is positive 4. Again, integer rules. Okay, we still have to bring down the rest of our equation, so we still have 3 negative 2's here to deal with. Now we take the next two. So positive 4 times negative 2 is negative 8. Okay, now we continue with our other negative 2's that we have left over right here. Now let's multiply these two. So 8 times 2 is 16, and a negative times a negative equals a positive. So we got positive 16 times negative 2. And lastly, we have 16 times 2, which is 32. And we've got a positive times a negative, which equals a negative. So what we always want to remember is if our exponent is even, we'll always end up with a positive result. If our exponent is odd, we're always going to end up with a negative result. Now there's a difference between having our negative number inside our bracket than having the negative number outside of a bracket. When we have our negative number inside a bracket and we have the exponent, what it means is that the whole thing, the negative sign and the number, are being raised to the power of 2. So this is why when we rewrite this question, we rewrite it as negative 3 times negative 3, and we get positive 9. But when it's not in the bracket, what we have to the exponent is actually only the base and not the sign. In other words, this equation right here, this number right here, is not the same thing as this. This one would be, you leave your negative sign on the side and you're actually just using the exponent on the base. So you've got 3 times 3. 3 times 3 is 9, and now we still have a negative sign here, so our answer would be negative 9. Same thing here, we've got our negative number inside a bracket, which means that the exponent applies to the whole thing, including the sign. So when we are solving for this, is the same thing as having negative 4 times negative 4, which equals positive 16. But when we don't have the number inside a bracket, the exponent only applies to the base, not the sign. So the sign stays on the outside, and we multiply the number 2 times, or 3 times, or 4 times, whatever the exponent is. And so we solve for this, which is 4 times 4, which is 16, but our sign is still here, which makes it a negative.